Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand up.
Hello friends, and welcome again to another Street Fighter Duel video.
Okay, legends, welcome back to this channel, and today we don't have a specific topic to talk about in general. We're gonna speak in general about some stuff that have been asked for me to reply on, some comments, some messages. Plus I'm gonna do a little bit of popping some tickets that I have that maybe we will get lucky and get maybe Bison's jewelry, Athlete Chun-Li, stuff like that. So first of all, I'm gonna give some tips for you in PvP actually, because these are the main questions that I have been asked. One of the main questions that people ask me, are you free to play, and how do we know that? Free to play is if you didn't spend anything, you don't have this purchase, first purchase, which is this. If you drop any type of money, any currency on this, even if you get a card that will allow you to purchase something in the game, this will be removed and you can claim it actually, and it will not be on your account anymore, so you will not have it up here. So I'm still free to play, yes, and it's not wrong if you're free. I call anybody who are low spend, or anybody who spent $1, just to pop this pack at the start of the game, they're still free to play to me. If you bought any legendary, then I'll say you're a low spender. That's how my logic works. Still, I'm free to play, and yes, I have another account that is not only mine, but it's for my friend. Sometimes he checks in because he's not playing the game anymore, and he did drop money on it, and now I'm dropping money buying some stuff and enjoying my time on that. The other question, why are you always positive? Well, I'm not always positive, I'm mainly positive. The only thing that I'm positive about is the game that is doing good, and they are actually working towards a better game content and better experience for every kind of player, and they're doing adjustments. Before, if we had bugs, if we had issues, they will not fix them, or they will take a long time to fix them. Yes, we still have bugs from the start of the game until now that have not been fixed totally, but they tried, and at some certain times it worked, and then it got bugged because of the coding. Let me explain. So we have Banquet Guile. Everybody keeps saying, oh, he's bugged, he's bugged. The guy is not bugged, okay? He is not bugged. The game mechanic with the combos of a C3, if it's a trigger character, is bugged. So while he's doing his C3 only, a C2 would not bug the game, a C1 would not bug the game, but a trigger C3 would bug the game, because in the coding it will replace the initial C3 of another unit if you're playing it on auto. Even if you're playing at let's say manual, sometimes when you press a C2 and he unleashes his C3, you want to press a C3, it will show you that it's a C2 for another character. And if this character does not have a C2, if they have a C1 and a C3, and this character is next in the chain, it will not allow it to go and press the C3. That's how this game works right now. This is how the bug. It's not with Guile. It's when any character that have a C3. For let's say Evil Ryu with the C3, it's different, because when you click a C3, he will click his C3, and his trigger is by his C1. So it doesn't mean that you can interrupt anything. There's no problem with the C1. Other units like Baddest Jury is interrupting her combo rotation because of her trigger function, something like Banquet Kami. And we had a problem on the first 2 days of Action Guy. Actually, Action Guy, when you start the combo, he used his super. If it's on combo chain, he wouldn't continue. It will interrupt his super, or his C2 if you're using him with a C2. But now it's fixed and it's working completely fine. I'm positive about the stuff that's happening to the game. Collabs, very good. We got a rerun for the DMC, some buffs for Dante and for Virgil, make them more viable in PvP and in story mode. Most likely in story mode, more than PvP and more than bossing. In bossing, there still are not the greatest units. Except Dante, you can use him in some certain scenarios because of the damage reduction that they added for him. But for another thing, the TMNT, they dropped the TMNT, great, and now we have another rerun for the TMNT, and they stated that they will add Shredder, which is absolutely perfect. The TMNT are absolutely amazing, especially Leonardo, especially Donatello, and Michelangelo. These are the best 3 units right now in them, and Raphael is a great character. Now many people have been telling me, oh, they're not good. Actually, they're good only in bossing, but not good in PvP, and that's completely false. Michelangelo is a core unit to play with Overlord Bison and normal Bison if you want to play them together, and he's really handy in PvP because he doesn't die and his survivability is crazy. For bossing, you can use him because he's a tank that can go with teams that can, especially in boss rush. You're gonna see Michelangelo. I want to show you one. Hopefully in this boss rush he's there because I'm using him. Let me check the top teams if they are using him. I'm in 13, I'm not doing. So one of my teams is this team and I'm using him at that. Gagon, yes, here you go. There's Michelangelo. He is being used on this lineup because he's absolutely crazy. Santos, one of my best friends, also using him at 1 copy because he works at 1 copy. This is how good he is versus bossing. Again, a great unit for bossing. Now, the other characters, Leonardo, if we're gonna go to Effigy, something like that, if we wanna check our scores. So this is my score on this boss. I've done a video about it. I didn't wanna repeat it because it's the same lineups. I don't wanna make repeated content. So if we wanna check the teams, I'm using the TMNT. And of course, this is not only the good run actually. With the TMNT, if you're gonna go and check different runs that I did, there's no history. If there's history, it would show you that I did even a better run. I hit the 4 billion with this lineup, which is absolutely fantastic. Leonardo, we start with him. With the introduction of Action Guy, it buffed this team. So you use Donnie and you use Raphael. And as you see, Donnie and Raphael are not built for me. If they're below SS, it means they're not built. If they're at SS, they are semi-built, just like my Leonardo, until you get them to triple S, and then they will be, you can say they're built because you can have full cars and they're full plus 30 probably. But at SS you get them to plus 30. With the triple S you get the cars and then they will be complete. Absolutely phenomenal units. These are the things that I love about the game. And now they're gonna drop Shredder. We don't know anything about Shredder except that we saw in the picture that he has a buff for super. Probably he's a damage dealer that buffs himself from the start of the game. Just like somebody like, which is Mummy, where is he? Mummy Dawson, he starts his combo with a buff. If you read his super, it's a buff. Here it says a buff. Many units have also these kind of shenanigans that they start with a buff, but they deal crazy amount of damage, which is absolutely perfect. And I'm happy for that. Every time we talk to, we send feedbacks, we do some stuff. They actually are doing some good things, replying, fixing stuff. Dev notes, you see them every now and then. Oh, we fixed this. Well, Overlord Bison, yes, he was bugged at the start of the game, something with his timing with the 3 seconds, he dies within the 3 seconds. Now they fixed it, but they fixed also whenever he was stunned, he dies, and now it happened again. Now whenever you stun Overlord Bison, you can kill him if you deal damage while he's stunned or while he's silenced. It's still an issue, they need to fix that. We also sent some reports and some feedback for that, and I hope they fix it really soon. Me being positive is not meaning I don't shed light on the bad things that I think are the negatives in the game. There's a lot of negatives that I talked about. Lack of content outside reruns or outside collabs or events that they're rerunning. Maybe if they rerun something good actually, like this collaboration is great, I think. Even if there's no Shredder, I think it's great to rerun. For free-to-play, for whales who missed it, for newer players that are seeing the other players that already played before them getting the TMNT and doing high damage scores and bossing and using them in PvP. They're actually great. Now, another question. Is Luke that bad? Because we go to the Discord, to Street Fighter Discord, and on the general, many people are saying he's bad. And no, he's not bad. Actually, the best unit for PvP right now in the game currently is Luke. Single-handedly. He's tied with Trendy Ryu. The most highest win rate in the game have now with Luke at 81% and Trendy Ryu at 81% as well, and they both are being used together with the same lineup most of the time. You start with him, you use the C1 of Trendy Ryu. If you want to go and check, I'll be linking a video for Stupendous. He did it in HWA, playing 2 units only and defeating every other unit, got him to rank 3. I watched that video a couple of days ago. I didn't know about it until I watched it. Absolutely fantastic showcase for Luke. So don't go into Discord and read some negativity and stuff. Ask other players. You'll see other players. When you want to ask somebody, the most players that have the knowledge are the silent one until you go and ask them personally. So if you ask a question in general, Who will answer is most likely the trolls or the people that have time on their hands that are 24/7 on Discord. So Reddit, Discord, ask a question, wait for other people, wait for inquiries. I think Reddit is a good place to ask questions at because there's people taking it seriously. Luke is a top tier unit for PvP. He does great in bossing. As a damage dealer for bossing, he's not the best. Maybe a debuffer with his C2 is great. You can use him for bossing, I'm not saying that. But he's perfectly where he shines is at PvP and on story stages. Now he's the main carry for one lineup on story stages, which is absolutely fantastic. His drive impact and reversal drive destroys enemies with super high damage, especially if you go for like if you survive the first wave of attacks from the enemies. The second wave you ramp up your damages because this is what he does. Now, best lineups for story stages. I'll be making a video. I'll just progress here and finish all of this this chapter. I'm a little bit kinda lazy with doing stories. These are the main lineups that I play. Guile as a carry team. Dalsim, of course, pairing him up with Jailbreak Cody is an absolute absurd, insane team for me. If you have Luke built up, you can use him on another team as a carry, as I said before. I'm using Fire Adon with Rich Honda because they work perfectly fine. He will cook them easily. Even if he dies, I can with Rich Honda even finish the entire run. I'm using Visconti Vega, of course. You can auto with Visconti Vega, it doesn't matter. And here, I just borrowed Bison, Overlord Bison. I still win this without even going and getting anything from any other player like Overlord Bison. But it takes more tries to finish a stage if you have Overlord Bison such as mine. My Overlord Bison is this Overlord Bison. He's tiny, you see? He's tiny. He's S+. So I need 2 more copies and he will be viable. This is why I borrowed from my friend an Overlord Bison, and I'm using Honda as well for C1. He jumps, stuns somebody. This is the best usage for my Honda on lineups actually, because stuns are main part of your teams and lineups if you can get them correctly. Who have stuns? This team, we have stun by Gormagalakan. Sometimes I start with him to stun, but it's not the stun, it's like the fast pace that I go. So I start with Visconti Vega, and with Visconti Vega try to kill everybody before they start actually, which is working actually. Not always, but sometimes. This team I stun with Rich Honda. Rich Honda C2 can interrupt and stun, which is perfect actually. And sometimes Summer Elena can interrupt if you start a combo. And here I can stun with the C2 of Abel. Yes, I do C2 of Abel to stun, but I use mainly to interrupt and stun with the super of Jailbreak Cody because he's amazing. And on this lineup, Zangief, of course, he's the stunner and he's the best stunner in the game right now. And yeah, that's all for the main questions that I had. Yes, I speak positively about the game. I know there's a lot of things, the lack of content, the coming soon, the lack of characters, normal characters that we get. We always get special summon characters, divination characters. We rarely get somebody like the new Sakura, Nishiki Sakura. Absolutely an amazing unit. I wish they dropped her before. I need to build her 3 cars. When I get her to 3 cars, you'll be seeing me using her everywhere actually. A spectacular unit for buffing, and it goes well with Visconti Vega. I'll be showing you that later when I build the 3 cars of her and showing you how it works. Absolutely a great unit. I was shocked yesterday with testing her with my friend Red on his account because he got the 3 cars on her. Fabulous unit. Fabulous unit. We're gonna talk about her soon. I'll make a very an own video dedicated for her. And yeah, that's it. So let's go and pop these. I have these for a while right now and I need to pop them. So this one, I don't care. These ones and these ones. So here we go. We'll pop one first. Dudley. Oh my god. So let's do 10 first. From 10. I just need one character. One character. Give me Athlete Chun-Li, Trendy Ryu, something like that. Just one character from these 20 to be Master of Fair. So here we go. And we got nobody. Great. Even no action guy. Perfect. And the other 10. And nobody. Wow. Okay, I got even Rufus. Well, I got, who's her name? Makoto. Maybe I can upgrade her now. Can I upgrade her? Is there any Makoto? Yes. Okay, there's 1 star on Makoto. And my second guy. Wow. This is another problem that they need to fix with these characters. I don't want to buy them. I don't want to dismantle them and pay 500 diamonds. I want to sell them all. That's one thing that they need to fix. And yeah, that was it for the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions specifically, so I can make videos on or talk to you about them. And I'll be seeing you in the next one.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, we thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.
Time to fly, time to fly.